Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another Generation 1 Transformers review. And welcome back to Getting Triggered with Patriot Prime, my look at the 1988 Generation 1 Triggerbots and Triggercons. Now, the bot we're looking at in this video is 1988's Triggerbot, Dogfight. Now, Dogfight, showing up in 1988, did not appear in the animated television show at all, nor did he appear in an animated television commercial. He did, however, appear in Marvel Comics beginning in issue number 46, where it's actually shown where he, the other Triggerbots, and the Sparkabots are Decepticon prisoners. Next, we move on to issue number 48, where Dogfight and the other Triggerbots are assisting Optimus Prime on his mission to discover the underbase from Boltax. So he's there he was backup for Optimus Prime in that story. But Dogfight's main story was in issue number 63 as part of the Matrix Quest storyline. Him and the other Triggerbots landed on this Wild West planet called Cheyenne. And upon arriving on the planet, they see what they had thought was some outlaws harassing this family. The Triggerbots hop in, they rescue the family, befriend them, and are taken back to their homestead. As the story progresses, you come to find out that the family is in fact the bad guys. The outlaws who were trying to get them had discovered that they were an alien species. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, guys. It's Father's Day. I've been out and about all day. Look how sunburned I am. Anyway, let's go back to the story. They discover that the family is actually alien shapeshifters, and they're psychic vampires, energy vampires that feed off of the energy of other beings and can actually control their mind. Dogfight figures this out, and he approaches the leader of the family, who reveals his true nature. He looks like some kind of tentacle face monster. A fight ensues, and the alien's weapon blows up in his hand, killing him. And you come to find out that the other Triggerbots were fighting the other aliens as well, and they ended up dying also. So this was kind of a unique issue where the Autobots actually killed other living beings. So you didn't see that much in Generation 1, especially with the Autobots. So that's pretty much the history of the figure. So prepare to get triggered as we take a look at 1988's Dogfight. Dogfight's alt mode is that of a Grumman X-29 experimental jet. This was a real jet that took flight in 1984 and was decommissioned in 1991. So yeah, there's your little bit of aviation history. Who says you can't learn anything with these Transformer reviews? Anyway, I really like the looks of this jet. I love the forward swung wings. That kind of harkens back to my love of Cyclonus. I always thought these jets were so cool looking. And he's not bad at all. He only has two primary collars, the light blue for the nose cone and tail fin, and darker blue for the rest of the body. A little bit of paint applications here on the cockpit, as you can see, a little scuffed up, but nothing I can't live with. Sticker details here on the wings. These are original stickers. They weren't bad enough to be replaced. Now, him being a Triggerbot, he does have his trigger gimmick. You can see the switch right here up top. Hit that. The wings go forward, presenting these black cannons. Now, he is the only Autobot that does not have chrome cannons. So it looks better than crankcases because at least the collar is different than the wings. It doesn't blend in, but chrome would have looked so much better. So we'll turn these back around one more time for you. And as you can hear, that wonderful gear sound, this one in the fast spring-loaded type, this is the slower gear trigger mechanism. So anyway, that is Dogfight in jet mode. Let's go ahead and get him transformed to robot mode. Oh yeah, forgot. He does have landing gear. So that's pretty cool. All jet toys should have landing gear, and the landing gear can fold up when he takes to the sky. Now, back to transformation. You're going to take the nose cone, flip up and over, then take the landing gear and fold all the way up. Taking this section here, you're going to pull apart. That forms the robot legs. Now, we are going to flip the switch and rotate the guns around, which will actually form the arms now, and then flip this section back, revealing the head. So there you have Dogfight in robot mode. And he is not bad looking at all. I love the sculpted details on him, especially here on the head. He's got a missile rack right here on the right side and a missile pod here on the left. I mean, that's cool looking. Decent face sculpt. I wish he had collared in eyes, but that's a complaint all G1s have. Let's see. Articulation. He has arms that actually can rotate around, and it is on that gear gimmick. But if you listen, there's a soft ratchet there. So it's kind of got two different functions in one. My complaint with the guy for being a Triggerbot, his trigger function in robot mode sucks. I mean, let's hit it here. Hit the button there on the back. I mean, there's his arms. If I can get him locked into place, he's tricky. But all he does, if the button would work, yeah, there you go. His arms raise up. There's no real hidden gun gimmick like the other guys have. So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, you can just point his hands forward like so, point his arms forwards like so. Make sure and get that landing gear up in there so he maintained his balance. He still wobbles a little bit, and I've got that in that in there good. So he's got a little wobble to him. But yeah, I mean, that's my big complaint with the guy is just you got a Triggerbot with a very lame. That sucks. That sucks. I'm going to be honest. That sucks. So there you go, guys. There is Dogfight in robot mode. Now for a quick size comparison, here is 1988's Generation 1 Dogfight with Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Generation 1 Power Glide, and fellow Generation 1 Triggerbot Override. Dogfight is my least favorite of the 6 Triggerbots and Triggercons. I love the jet mode. I love the sculpted detailing here on the robot mode. A lot of backpack though, but I absolutely hate his trigger gimmick. I mean, you can't even pose the guy. And not to mention the wobble. I totally forgot about that. I mean, I've got that up there as far as I can. And you see, it looks like a weeble wobble. But at least he weebles and wobbles, but he doesn't fall down. So there you go, guys. There is 1988's Triggerbot Dogfight. So, does a Generation 1 Dogfight belong in your collection? This is one for the hardcore or G1 completionist collectors only. I mean, he's an okay robot. I love the jet mode. Robot mode looks great, but the fact that he's a Triggerbot and his gimmick is the flip-out weaponry, this guy's lacking. They could have done so much better with him. So going out of your way to find one of him, I wouldn't recommend it. Though you can find him pretty cheap, and I guess you would need him if you have the other two. And guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos per week. Just depends on my schedule. Also, check out my series, The Sit Rep, where I sit down with other Transformer collector YouTubers, and we just have a great time talking about those plastic robots behind me there. Also, check out some primo Patriot Prime merchandise on my merch store. I have t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, and decals. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, I have a PayPal link in the description below. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. This is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!